When life gives you lemons, you trade them for coffee. And not that you could actually read that. Nope, nope. Terrible, absolutely terrible text. They should have used another one. Cute mug though. It's not a mug, it's not a mug, it's a... I don't even know what these are called, but they keep your crap warm, man. Keep it warm, keep it warm. Happy holidays. And welcome to this weird show. I mean, it's pet care, but I'm really weird. Sorry. Let's do the intro now. Hey you guys, it's MJ and welcome back to Pet Adventures again. And as always, go and check our social medias down below. We have them all, so go and check them out. And don't forget to check out my Patreon. You can become a patron today. You can donate as little as $1. Just one little dollar even is just fine. Every little bit counts. And when you become a patron, you get all kinds of fun benefits, all kinds of fun rewards. So yeah, at least go check it out. Tell your friends so we can all have fun together on that. Oh yeah. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you like my content here and click that bell because sometimes that bell is really important. Actually, all the time it's really important since YouTube just doesn't like to notify people anymore. So go on and click that bell with your bad self. And without further ado, let's learn about some pets. So today our topic is going to be about Crested Geckos versus Leopard Geckos, which is tamest, which is the easiest to tame, all that good stuff. And I do have lots of personal experience with these guys, and I even own a Cresty and a Leo. So let's see who takes this whole round. Let's see who's the winner today for this particular subject and which is right for you. Which are you going to be able to kind of deal with more in terms of taming? So for the first valid point I have is which are jumpier. Literally as well. So Cresties have a high jumping ability. So they're tree dwellers. They don't live on the ground. They come from New Caledonia, so they are naturally very jumpy little geckos. And because of that, it can be a little harder to handle them. So when it comes to handling, it's a lot riskier handling a Cresty versus a Leo. So they're high jumping, and of course, if they're tame, it can be done. It can be okay, but it is a little bit harder. For instance, a child holding a Cresty, it's really, and even when the Cresty is really small, it's even worse because if you have a little tiny gecko that jumps around a lot, it can be very hard to handle them. And even when they're tame, they're still gonna jump here and there because that's just their natural thing to do, which is not a bad thing. Of course, I don't have a problem with that, but it does make it a lot harder for handling. Now, as for leopard geckos, they are actually not tree dwellers, they are ground dwellers. In Afghanistan, where they're from, they tend to dig little holes and live underground. So they don't have the ability to jump high. They can only climb a little bit, and they are mostly ground dwellers. So as you can imagine, this makes the handling a lot easier, and it's definitely a lot easier for kids to handle them. And I would say that as far as the jumping responses go and everything like that, and who's faster in jumping, it's definitely the Cresty. So for that round, leopard geckos take that round on what is easier as far as handling. And now for my third point, who is faster in terms of speed? And of course, this would make things a lot harder as far as handling. So who is speedy? So basically, if you look at the Crested Gecko, they are definitely a lot faster in my opinion. When I handle a Cresty, their reaction time as far as speed goes is just so fast. And of course, as they're little, it makes it even harder. So their reaction time is very quick. They are very quick hunters. They're actually quicker than leopard geckos. And because of that, it can be, if they're not really tame, it can be really hard to get a good grasp on them. So not only do they have high jumping ability, but on top of that, they're actually faster than Leos. Now, as for Leos, their speed is definitely fast. It can definitely be very fast, and when they're little, they're even faster. However, when it comes to Cresties versus Leos, definitely the Cresties take the cake on who is faster, which does make it harder when taming. So Leos, a little bit slower, and they don't have any high jumping ability. Now for my next point, who tames the fastest? Well, from my experience, as far as this goes, actual taming, it's almost 50-50. I would say that possibly leopard geckos tame a little bit faster than Cresties. However, it's very close. So we have almost a tie. However, Leos do tame a little bit faster. Almost a tie on this. They both can be pretty flighty overall. And the taming ability is very the same. Overall, if you don't handle either one of these animals, they're definitely going to be less tame either way. Now, I do have a leopard gecko that's not tame at all, and then I have one that's completely tame. So the one that's not tame at all, she was actually a rescue. She was neglected when she had other owners. I don't even know how old she really was because I never asked, but she had owners that abused her. Well, actually just neglected her, but you know, still, it's abuse. They neglected her and she lost some toes and she has metabolic bone problems. So on all of that, I think that maybe on top of that, they also just didn't handle her much, provided that they didn't care to see how she was doing with her shedding. So unfortunately, she is a completely untamed leopard gecko, and I can say that no matter what, I really just cannot handle her. I only handle her when I really have to. And on the other hand, Diagon, as you guys all know, he is super tame. I can pet him on the head. He walks onto my hand voluntarily. We're best buds. He is so close to me. And I can honestly say, if I were to lose any animal, Diagon, I'm not joking, as far as all my animals go, Diagon, well, actually, Lucy would be the first one I'd be choked up over because she's my best friend. But Diagon would be the saddest thing for me because I've had him longer than any animal. I've had Diagon actually longer than I've had Lucy, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I've had him forever. So it's been many years now, and he is super tame. So from my experience, leopard geckos tame like really great as long as you spend the time with them. However, I have a crested gecko that is not that tame at all. I am going to admit that I don't handle him as much as I should, and because of that, he is very untamed, and the person that had him before did not tame him at all. I think they also just didn't handle him at all. So I think that it kind of goes hand in hand. Tinkerbell, which is my untamed leopard gecko, and my untamed Cresty, Waffle, they both had experiences with owners who didn't handle them at all. And though I try to handle them a little more, they're still probably going to be flighty for many years because of how they grew up. They both grew up with owners that never handled them. And no matter how much I handle him, it's not gonna be as good as it is with Diagon because I have been handling Diagon since he was a baby. So another point I have from all this is no matter what you have, if you have a Cresty or a Leo, at the end of the day, at the very end of the day, if you don't handle them when they're young, it can pretty much wreck everything when they're older. So as you guys can tell from that story, any animal, if you're not handling them when they're young, it leads to a lot of taming issues when they're older. So that's the overall assumption I have. Not assumption, I don't know what to call it. I don't know how to talk today. And if you guys wanted a solid pick just so that you can really get a narrowed down answer, if I had to pick a winner, it would be Leopard Geckos, and it's a non-biased one, okay? I know that I'm bonded the most with my Leopard Gecko Diagon, and I swear it's not biased. It's just that I've handled other Leopard Geckos a lot more than I have Cresties because of that exact matter, that it's a little bit easier. But overall, like I said, at the end of the day, you can tame almost any reptile by how much you're handling them. So yeah, that's it. That's basically it. I hope you guys liked it. I'm such a dork. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and give this video a big thumbs up, especially if you love pets and leopard geckos and crested geckos, you know, because they're super cool. And don't forget to leave questions down below. Let me know if you have cresties or leos, or if you're thinking about getting one, and if this video helped you do that of your choosing. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!